What's up, guys? Welcome back. Now, authenticity, what's that all about? Well, Gary V had some really cool things to say about this week in a keynote over on Think Media. So let's just jump straight into what he had to say about it right now.
A stunning majority of people in here are not unlocking the full max potential predicated on a lack of self-awareness. You'd like to be something, but you're actually not that. People that are really locked in to something that comes to them naturally have such a competitive advantage versus those that are forcing a type of video that they'd like to be like because they see someone doing it. I mean, the amount of people that I've watched in the last 15 years try to do me when they would crush by doing them. I bring it up all the time. Like, I'm a high energy, over the top, like very jerseyed out, super like I was just in Minnesota for 400 hours standing, taking selfies, fly to Vegas, do 3 talks. Like, that's a different kind of breed. Not that that's good, bad, or indifferent. I actually am trying to talk more about, like, I don't view that as like better. I just view it as I'm very good at being me. I'm really good at being me. Like, the only thing I think I actually do special is be me. And I think when I think about how are you gonna win in this play, you've got to really be you, even when it doesn't seem that you works. You have to know who you are as a communicator and not try to push yourself to be some other communicator. You need to communicate the way you communicate. There are people that are not dynamic, they're monotone, and they do just fine and dominate. They are. And so if you're a monotone person, then that's that, right? You have to know who you are as a communicator and not try to push yourself to be some other communicator. Some of you are funny, get funnier. Some of you are clever with words, feel comfortable. Some are loud as like me. Do you understand how real of a businessman I am and how many people think I'm a motivational speaker? Do you know how underestimated I am for my professional career, that people have no concept of how many big businesses I've built and what I do for a living because my style of communication feels spiely? And I'm willing to walk around on earth underestimated because I have no interest in slightly tweaking down my energy, because that's just not who I am. And it doesn't matter what people think. The truth is the truth.
Pretty poignant stuff, I think you'll agree. Now, Gary was talking a lot about content producers on YouTube in the rest of the video, and there's a link below to that if you want to go check it out. But a lot of these key points are really transferable to personal development and you becoming the best version of you to step into the life of your dreams. So what are the key takeaways from this? Well, number one, is really be aware of who you are, not somebody else, and not trying to be somebody else, which is kind of the second point. It's crossing what I call the imposter chasm. Instead of trying to be something for somebody else and be what they expect you to be, you really need to focus on you and who you are and be the best you can be. Because at the end of the day, there's only one you, so stop trying to pretend to be someone else. You need to focus on your strengths and really capitalize on those and really leverage them to become the best version of you, instead of trying to be what your weaknesses are or trying to compensate for them. You really need to embrace them and remember that you are enough. And this also bridges with some of the training I did with Meisner, an acting training last year. Meisner said we need to live truthfully under imaginary circumstances to be a good actor. And the trouble is we think of acting as pretending or misbehaving, but in truth, acting is really being true to that character under those imaginary circumstances. And in real life, we get this backwards. We think we need to act. We think we need to pretend to fit in, to be what somebody else expects us to be. And that's actually wrong. We need to really embody what Meisner was talking about, which is the human psychology of living truthfully under whatever the circumstances are. Because if we don't, we end up with these problems of people pleasing and imposter syndrome, of feeling like you don't fit in. And that all comes from not living truthfully. And once you embrace that truth, your authenticity, doors will open, paths will clear, the wrong people will disappear from your life and the right people will come. You will have more happiness, more fulfillment. Things will just be better all round. And I think that's really the key thing. You just need to embrace who you are. Later in the video, there's a brilliant quote from Gary V. He said, If it doesn't come as easy as breathing oxygen, then you've got friction. And the key to life is removing that friction. At the end of the day, there's only one you. Be you, because everybody else is taken. Dream, dare, rise. Have a great week. Edward here, signing out. Peace.
Hello there.
You really need to... The trouble is, in real life, we live forcefully. The real thing is...